Hey students and parents, let's talk about effective communication. So let's talk about basic communication skills. Being an effective communicator means that you correctly interpret the messages you receive and you respond appropriately. So those three skills that are needed for effective communication are speaking, listening, and body language. And there are three communicator styles, meaning the way that people communicate. So here they are. Passive communicators don't stand up for themselves and don't defend their attitudes or beliefs. Aggressive communicators often try to get their way through bullying or intimidation. And assertive communicators defend their attitudes and beliefs, but they also respect the rights of others. So let's talk about speaking skills. You demonstrate good speaking skills when you can clearly say what you mean. Changes in your tone or pitch or the loudness of your voice do affect your communication. Using I messages can help you communicate your feelings positively without blaming someone or name calling. Let's talk about stating your feelings effectively. Here we have an aggressive message and an assertive I message. Aggressive messages are what not to say. And here's an example. If we look at the picture, we can see the guy that says, "You idiot, you took my favorite jacket and got paint all over it. You ruined it, and now you have to pay for it." That's a pretty aggressive way to communicate, and it's not very effective. It's going to start an argument or maybe a fight. Let's look at the assertive I message and what to say. If we look at the picture again, he can say, "I'm upset that my favorite jacket was borrowed without my knowledge." This is an assertive I statement where you're saying, "I'm upset." You're not blaming the other person, but you're demonstrating that you're not happy about what happened. Assertive I messages are a much better way to communicate, to solve a problem especially. So let's talk about listening skills. You can use active listening to improve your communication skills. Active listening involves giving your full attention to whatever the speaker is saying without interrupting or making judgments. Listening can be hard for some people, and it takes some practice. Here are some tips for active listening. Make direct eye contact with who's speaking to you. That shows that you're listening. Don't interrupt the speaker when they're talking. Wait for them to finish, and that gives you a chance to respond. Use body language signals, which show that you're listening. Don't turn away from them or cross your arms. You can just stay nice and relaxed. Keep your eye contact and listen to them. And don't prejudge what they're saying or make assumptions. Let them state what they're saying, and then you can respond. Here are some more things to keep in mind when we talk about active listening, and some ways that you can respond once the speaker has finished speaking. You can practice reflexive listening. That means rephrasing or summarizing what the other person has said to you. You can clarify, ask questions to understand more fully what they just said. Encouraging the speaker to signal that you're interested and involved in the conversation. And empathizing. Imagine and understand how someone else is feeling. Sometimes that's hard to do because we're in our own world, we're thinking about ourselves. Let's think about somebody else and how they feel. Now let's talk about expressing yourself. You can express yourself with respect and you'll receive respect. You can give admiration and appreciation for somebody with grace and sincerity. That's going to help build a healthy relationship. If you don't express yourself to those you're in contact with, that relationship is not going to grow and it's not going to be healthy. And if you're involved in sports or some other competition, show good sportsmanship. That shows that you have good character. So we talked briefly about effective communication. We talked about speaking, listening, and body language. All these things take practice, work, and patience to be good at it. Effective communication is critical for healthy relationships. If you practice the principles of effective communication, not only will you show and receive respect, but your relationships will be healthy and they will be happy.